In this video, we're going over how pretty much all of the Newtonian and quantum, whatever you want to say about flying that and some sort of joysticks or pathfinding, that was all wrong. We had to mostly rewrite a lot of the variables and add things to A star. So you can't just directly add A star pathfinding to that. You have to add functions for micron pathfinding and tick rate. Now, if you say tick rate of say 60 ticks a second, then you could do that with A star pathfinding, but you can't achieve any of the trajectories from here to say another galaxy or a quasar of some sort. You couldn't achieve that directly. You have to go about 5,000 light years per second or so, starting there. Given that you're going to have probably jet fuel, and if you're using heat levitation and jet fuel, you cannot achieve that in a space shuttle that is sent to be a space drone. Given the fact that it does have sheet metal is thin and lightweight, and you would have to have heavy materials in the thickness of about 5 to 6 inches, preferably about 10 feet of thickness in your hull. Now, if you were a space drone, you could have a mostly entirely solid object, but given that most people wouldn't like that, so you would have to have, I would say, about 2 to 3 feet inches thickness with a small cavity for any parts in there, which will make it much more heavier if you're using metal. So when you're manufacturing it, you have to make everything mostly solid, but it would have room for parts and cargo and things like that, given the starter sizes. Now, if you say that the trajectories in A star are for video games, that's correct. It is. You have to expand on that for a computing situation of a entire stadium of people, where it can navigate you through an entire crowd of people. If you get to the point where you can navigate it through a crowd of people, then you're ready to move it into space, because that's the amount of rocks that is available in the galaxy. So each rock has its own gravity. Some rocks have more intense gravity than Earth, with the size of, say, a pebble, and that's over here with that. So you have to think about that, which is why you need a hull thickness of about a ruler or a yardstick, and rather than a sheet metal, which is communicated over here with that image. But this image is mostly correct, but this image is pretty wrong, but it does illustrate the assembly. That's fine. But over here again, we will say that with the amount of things that's going to go, here's the step-by-steps to achieve from Earth to, say, Andromeda, which is, first step is, without A star, navigate through the trajectories away from Earth. Earth goes fast, so you have to navigate behind Earth's gravity. Then you go from orbit to orbit, not orbiting to get there, but orbiting behind it, because it already has a safe trajectory, and the obstructions are not in that trajectory. So every orbit you go in there, then the next orbit you will go in that orbit. So you will go behind each orbit, hoping that nothing's there, like a rock that's on the orbit in front of it, or a rock that's and behind it. And that's pretty much how that works until you get there. Thank you again.